Hi, I'm Catherine, your lifestylist and confidence building coach. Do you know the difference between a standard and a nice to have? Well, if you don't, by the end of this video, you're definitely going to know. I got sick and tired, finally, after years of not knowing the difference, what a standard was, and I thought that I did, but they actually, in fact, were nice to haves. And that's why I was not getting the results that I wanted. I did not get the relationships that I wanted, the job that I wanted, the place to live, the car. They were all nice to haves. Even my relationship with God was a nice to have. And things needed to change. I realized that I was the common denominator. I needed to figure it out for myself. What were my standards? And actually, I needed to figure out what a standard was. And I thought I did, but I decided to take some serious time. I decided to take about 3 years to figure out, okay, what is a standard? And since I have a deep, deep love for words, I went and pulled out my handy dandy American Heritage College Dictionary and I looked up what a standard means. And it means the following: a degree or level of requirement, excellence or attainment, requirement of moral conduct. And I don't know if you caught that there, but the word requirement and excellence and attainment was used several times, and that really caught my attention. I will probably add to that consistency. Standards need to be a requirement. They have to have a level of excellence, and they imply a certain model of conduct. And I wanted to ask you, in what area of your life have you interchanged the meaning and the importance of nice to haves and standards? Think about it for a second. When it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your style or lack thereof, where have you decided? It may even be your appearance, your weight, your the kind of shape that you are in physically. Where have you decided that it would be nice to look healthy? It would be nice to represent yourself in a way that it's indicative of the level of quality of work that you're able to do, the services that you provide. It would be nice to date someone that it is up to your standards in moral and spiritual values. Probably it would be nice to live in a really in a nice place. And where has that gotten you? Have you gotten what you want, or do you find have you found yourself stuck in all those nice to haves? Probably you have, and that's where, and I'm gonna be honest, that's where I found myself. Not getting the things that I wanted because I did not make them a requirement. I did not make them a standard. And that's when I decided to take myself off the game and figured out, okay, Catherine, something has to change. And that something has to be you. You have to look inward. You have to get good with God. You have to figure out who you are and what do you want. And I needed to do those things because I was tired. I was tired of getting the same results over and over again, and there were no results that were good. Because if they were good, then that's a good thing. But they were not the results that I wanted to get. And once I got really clear, like it says here in the dictionary, what a standard is, it is a requirement, and you have to be consistent about that requirement. My relationships change. And one of them, specifically, the one that I really wanted to change, was my relationship with God. I really wanted to be tight. I really wanted to get to know Him at a different level and get close to Him, read the Bible and pray, and really get immersed with my church family. And I made that a requirement. I made that a standard in my life, and many things change. Then I realized, wow, this thing about making your standards a requirement really changes things. So then I decided I am going to change my standards when it comes to friends. My friends are gonna have to be a certain way. They're gonna have to think a certain way. They're gonna have to have a certain morals, and I want them to be godly women and godly men, and people of integrity, and people that were optimistic, and people that were supportive. Because I didn't realize that I was surrounding myself with people that were like vampires. Do you know what I'm talking about? Those people that when they leave, you're like, oh, you're drained. You're like, oh my gosh, they sucked the living life out of me. They just took everything and brought nothing with themselves. Zip, zero, nada. You know those people. Once I changed my standards, I look around me now, and the quality of the people, the support that I have from those people has changed dramatically, because finally I enforced my standards, and now I have an amazing network of godly women. I have some great friends that are great minds, great business owners, supportive. I leave my meetings and my lunch dates or my hanging out energized and excited and with more ideas, and having share time with someone that I can share my ideas, and that they actually do not take them for granted. They actually appreciate them. That made a big difference. The same thing when it came to dating. I needed to change my standards and my nice to haves, because I was not enforcing my standards. They were just so lax, and I wanted to be nice to everyone, and I wanted to, oh, you're a nice guy. I needed to change my standards. In my standards, one of my main standards has been a godly man, number one, even above looks and anything. Yes, those are nice, godly men. And I don't know about you. I don't know if this ever happened to you, that you're talking to someone and physically they might not be, exactly what you were looking for, but once you see their heart and you see their love for God, whoa, they become so attractive to you. Even people that you're not attracted to, like maybe that brother from church, that he's an elder and you're not attracted to them at all, and they might not be attractive at all, but as you see them working in church and praying for people and just being of service, you're like, wow, that is one beautiful brother. That's like, you just love them in Christ, but you can see they just become beautiful in your eyes, because they represent God. They have that standard. They have that standard even as a friend. So that has been one key thing that has changed for me, where it's a requirement for the people that I date, or the people that I hang out with, that they have a moral compass, people that we have a spirituality in common. It's just been very, very important, and people that are supportive, and people that are optimistic. The same with my business. I used to talk to everyone about my services, and I feel very strongly about my gifts. I think I have God-given gifts when it comes to seeing people's beauty and seeing the inside, and wanted to bring that out and help them to represent themselves and their businesses and their careers in a way that it is holistic, and in a way that makes them look good. It makes everybody else see them in a whole, holistic, meaning as a whole, completely, that's something that not everyone is able to do, and it took me a while to figure that out. And I was getting frustrated, because I was trying to explain to people the importance of that. I was trying to explain how much I enjoy what I do, and they were like squandering that, and I would have to like spend time trying to convince them that they wanted to look a certain way, that they can look amazing, very not very, not taking a lot of time and effort, but something that could be enjoyable and that will benefit their lives. And then I realized, Catherine, Catherine Storing, you need to change your standard here because your standard is here. Your standard needs to be risen. You need to work with people that get it, that are successful, that are fabulous, and know that they want to externalize their heart. They want people to see them 100%, and they want to feel good about themselves by taking care of themselves and their appearance and their style. Once I made that shift, it was amazing. It was amazing how making that change transformed everything, the way that I was approaching things and the way that I stopped wasting my time talking to people that didn't get it. And that's exactly what I want you to do. You have to discriminate. You have to be more discerning. And I know that it might sound mean or, oh, why aren't you helping everyone? You are not able to help everyone. You are not called to help everyone. You're just not. There's not enough of you to help everyone. However, there is enough of you to help the people that you have been called to help. Why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because your life will change dramatically the moment that you decide to raise your standards, the moment that you decide to enforce those standards. Your life, the quality of your life will change. The relationship that you have with God, with your family, with your siblings, with your friends, whoever you date, whoever you marry, is going to change for the better. And I'm telling you because I have made those changes and I have seen dramatic results. And this is something that you're able to do. But first, you need to take a time out. You need to figure out, what do I want? And then you have to make those a priority, a requirement. You have to be consistent and you have to enforce them. Once you do all those things, watch out. Things are going to change in an amazing, amazing way. Please, my friend, raise your standard. Your better life, your quality life is waiting for you. Please share this video with people that you know will appreciate this and probably need some help in the standard department. They will thank you forever. I cannot wait to hear from you and hear how your life changes when you decide to enforce and increase your standards. Your friend, Catherine Storing, here as usual, helping you to become the awesome self that you know you can be.